Okay, Hayes Mega here. It's the next day, and we're gonna go finish this engine up. So hopefully we'll. I don't know if we'll get it running today, but we'll get the engine fully assembled today, hopefully. So there it is. That's how we left it before. It's got the head on there, and it's all torqued up, and it's ready to receive the camshaft. So we're just gonna go. What a horrible sound that fan is making. So we're going to go install the camshaft today, so we're going to go through the book. So here in 4-14 of the Kawasaki KLX service manual, we have camshaft installation. So it says here to blow through the oil passages with compressed air. Why, I don't know, but we can do that. I think it's because they want you to get all the oil out of there or make sure there's nothing in there. So I think these are the oil passages they're talking about. Yeah, it is. So you can see here B. So we'll go do that first. Compressed air A. I guess maybe you want to blow through that too, because it shows a little arrow blowing that way, you know. Okay. So let's go. Okay. So here it is. Here's our camshaft, and here's my blowgun for my air compressor. We're gonna go blow some air through the holes. So it says this one, and probably this one here. So here we go. Okay. That's what the first step is, and I will do it. I can tell you it's coming out the center. This is where it's coming out. And we'll just blow through the holes. Alright, so that's the first step. For whatever reason, they want you to blow air through the holes. So I guess it's just to make sure there's nothing clogging the passageways or anything. So. Alright, so the next thing to do is to oil the parts. It says apply engine oil to all cam parts, journal, and bearing. So the rockers and all that stuff, they still have the oil from when we took the bike apart, the engine apart, so we don't have to worry about that. But this is a brand new camshaft, so we do have to worry about that. It's pretty cool. It just spins like that. It's kind of cool because you can't really do that with most normal camshafts, because most of them use those those floating bearings. All right, yeah. So let's go do that. So I got a glove on. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of cool. That's what it looks like when it's spinning around in your engine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so there is also, it does say something else. It says, if the camshaft is replaced with the new one, which this is new, apply a thin coat of molybdenum disulphide grease to the new cam part surfaces and journal. Like, what journal? There's really no journal. Except if you're talking about where we put the whatchamacallit, the bearings into, we already put them in there. So yeah, so we're gonna do this. We'll just put some oil in the bearings. Should have some oil already. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth. But yeah, I guess you want some oil in there just in case when it starts up, you know, it's not dry. But it's definitely not dry. We'll put some oil in there. That's the only thing we'll oil, and then we'll put this stuff, this molybdenum grease, on the cam lobes. This is a very light coat. So, haha! I knew this would come in handy one day. I get this little squeeze bottle with oil in it, so that's what we're going to use to oil this. So. Does it work? There we go. Okay. Any motor oil will do. I don't remember what kind of oil this was, but okay, we'll do the same thing for this side. Okay. Spin it around a bit. Now it's oh so smooth. What you probably might want to do is put some of that oil on the actual bearing, the outer race here, where you're going to be sliding the pulley in. Let's go do that a little bit. Okay, so we'll drop there and just swish it around there. Okay, do the same thing for the big one. Aha, that squeeze bottle thing, finally, I know, it just didn't, that thing just sits there all the time. Okay, there we go. You want to coat some around here too. You know, all this stuff is just going to be swimming in oil, so don't worry about oiling it too much. Alright, so the next thing to do is put that molybdenum grease on here. Where'd it go? Put some, I don't know why they make you put this on here. I think it's because it has to do with like working in the metal or something. So just squeeze a little bit on there. And just move it around with our finger. Maybe we need to put more than that. Let's put a little more than that, but this one has a little bit more. Okay, yeah, let's put more on the other one. Okay, and like I mentioned in the earlier video, you can probably find this stuff at like your auto supplies place. This is called Molylube or Molybdenum Grease or something. You know, that's the book. The book calls it Molybdenum Grease. I don't like that it's getting in the oil passageway though. Maybe we should blow that out real quick. Okay, so there we go. There's a light coat on the camshaft. So there we go. Our camshaft is now lubricated. All right. I don't know if it's a good idea or not to have that grease in the little oil ports, so I'm just going to get a Q-tip and try to clean up some of that. Looks like I'm just forcing more of it in there. It's okay. Okay. All right, here we go. So the next step is to install the camshaft. So the roller groove, I'm reading it straight out of the book. So the roller groove B of it comes to upside. So the way we took it off was this way. It was 12 o'clock, so we want to put it that way again. Maybe I want to make sure there's no dirt here where the bearings will be sitting. There's still a little bit of oil on there, so that's good. You know, maybe we should swish that oil around. Okay, same thing for the other one. Make sure there's oil all around the place where it seats. Alright, we're going to go slide the camshaft into there. I'm pretty sure you cannot drop that in the engine. It's pretty big. Fits in there like a glove, man. Perfect. Alright, so you want it to be 12 o'clock, so we should probably line it with the little pointer on top of the, right here. Like that. It doesn't seem to want to do it though. Whatever. Okay. Well, that's as close as I'm getting it for now. Alright. And then it says apply molybdenum disulphide oil to the rocker shaft surface. Why? I'm not going to do that because we're just going to put it back the way we found it. I got two important bags right here. So this is our rocker arms, and this is the rocker, I guess the pivots or whatever to call them. What are these called? Rocker shaft. This is called a rocker shaft is what it is. Alright, so I had previously labeled this to tell which one is which. So there's a set, one of these has like a 7 number on it somewhere, and that's the intake. That's the one on the right side of the engine from where we're looking. And then the 8 one has the exhaust one, so that would be on the left. And then I labeled these ones similar. If you remember, I marked it, I colored it silver at the ends. So there's a silver one, and then there's like a gold one, a black one, never mind. So this is the left one, and this is the right one. So, okay. So we're gonna go put our rocker arms back in. Also, there's something we'll do before we put it in. I'm gonna loosen the rocker arms, the tappets. These guys, because we're putting a brand new camshaft in. I don't know if these are gonna match up with the it might be too tight, you know. So let's just make sure it's loose and not too tight first, because you may damage your valve. So I'm gonna go do that. It's a weird size. It's a 9mm. so what we're gonna do for now is we're gonna loosen this, As you can see, I made sure it was super tight so it would not come off on its own. Oh my god! Alright. I may need to use an impact gun. Hold on. Maybe we can use the rocker arm as a pivot. Or as a lever. Hope we don't break it. Ah, damn. Damn, dude, that thing is on there tight. Okay. Let me go use the impact. Okay. Let's see if we can get it off with this. There we go. Alright. I've loosened it, and we're just I'm gonna maybe do a couple turns. Okay. We're gonna put it back. And we'll just do it. Let's just get the wrench and snug it. Boy, was that on there hard, but you do want it to be on there tight, because you do not want that coming loose while your motor is spinning really fast. Okay, so there's one of them. Go do that with the other one. If I can find it, where'd it go? Alternatively, we could have put them back in, and then we could have did it while it was on the bike too. So I guess all the parts have oil on it still, so I'm not going to sweat it. Actually, we probably want to put that grease on here too, because I think that the grease has something to do with conditioning the surfaces or something. Anyway, let's go loosen this. There we go. And we want to just tighten it a couple turns. Oh, no, not tighten, loosen it a couple turns. Okay. Hopefully that's enough. Do a little more if you want to. Snug it a little bit. All right. So, but we're going to wind up adjusting the valves anyways before we even start the engine up. So, all right. So they're saying to put that molybdenum grease in there on the rocker arms, or this part, the little pad that touches the camshaft. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go wipe the oil off of there. Oh, so shiny! Look at that. Okay, the next one. Okay, everything else has oil on it. I wouldn't touch it. Just leave it how it is. I'm not even going to add oil to it. What you want to do is add some of the grease here. That's what it says, right? Apply molybdenum disulphide oil. Oil. Okay, this one is oil this time, not grease. Shaft surface and the cam portion of the rocker arm. Huh. Okay. Well, whatever. Just put this on there. I don't think it hurt. Because this is already. I wasn't gonna do it, but this is already on the. It's on the camshaft, so it's gonna get on here anyway. So might as well just put some on there. Okay. I think I put too much. Okay. All right. So if you look at my little baggie, it says the one with the 7. This is the one with the 7 here on the side. I don't know about yours, but mine has a 7 on it. You're going to want to put that on the intake side. So it's going to go in here. So we're just going to shove it in there real quick. Get it kind of lined up. Okay. And then this is the number 8. Has the exhaust, so we're going to go put that. And it goes with the journal side. I mean, with the rocker pad going towards the camshafts, the center of the engine. I'm going to do that. Counter here so you guys can see what's going on. Just going to stick it in the hole. Let it rest on top of the valve. And you can actually see there's a little window on top of the thing, like where the holes are. Okay. There we go. I kind of can't see what I'm doing. Okay. That's like, so it's sticking out of there. It should be a little more. It should be something like that. Okay. It's pretty close to where it should be. Alright, so now we're going to go put the rocker shafts back in. There's the diagonal rocker shafts right here. And we'll take a closer look after I get everything installed. So this is the black one. The black one was on the left. So I'm going to go put this one here. And it was the color side facing out, but I think you can't mess them up. It says install the rocker shaft so that the small diameter face rocker shaft holder. Okay, it doesn't say, I know, it doesn't say like, it just kind of like stops the sentence. But you want to install it, what it's trying to say is you want to install it with the smaller diameter side facing outside towards the plate, you know, when we took it out. Pretty simple, just put it back the way you found it. So I labeled it. I don't, maybe you can interchange them, but I'm gonna install them exactly how I found them. So the black one, this is the black one, it's gonna be on the left. So I'm gonna install it on the left one, the left hole right here. Stick it in there, and then you're gonna have to kind of finagle the rocker arm. So it so the hole, actually you can actually see, you can actually look through it to see if the holes are lined up, and I think it is lined up already, and it kind of lines itself up. I felt it went in earlier, so, and now I kind of messed it up. So, oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. And it's got to go in all the way. And it's not. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I did is I wiggled the rocker arm up and down and then let it move in. So there we go. There's the black one, and then the other one I painted silver. I know it's really hard to see now. This was the silver one. The silver one goes on the right. So we'll just stick that in there, and then move the rocker arm a little bit. There we go. And it goes. There we go. Installed. And it's got all the oil from it from before. So, all right. So, okay, let's take a quicker look at what we just did. Okay, so here we go. We're taking a closer look at what it did. So there's the rocker arms. So when you put them in, I think, what was it? The one that says 7 is on the intake, and you just want to install it so it was the way it was before. That's the way it was before. There's a big freaking gap now. Okay, yeah, so, and then see where the hole is. Okay, so see where the rocker shaft goes through, right here on the arm. You just want to line that up right there where it's supposed to go, you know, and then you just install it so it's kind of sitting on the valve like that. And then if you can't get it in, what I did was I wiggled it. All I did was wiggle it like this. You could go up and down, and it just whoop, just went straight in. So there you go. That's how to install the rocker arms and the rocker shafts. All right, here's my go. Okay, so the next section in the book, you need to install the rocker shaft holder, and that is this guy right here, the little plate here. Got it? And you need to apply. So the small diameter. Next part, it says apply a non-permanent locking agent to the rocker shaft holder screws, and then install the rocker shaft holder. And it says it's supposed to be 46 inch-pounds. So I don't know how the hell we're gonna go. Torque this if freaking it's a screw. Okay, I got my torque wrench, and I actually do have something that could. I got this snap-on screwdriver kind of socket dealie. So this is what we're gonna use. I hope it works. It looks like it's not long enough. Maybe it might work. I don't know. We'll see. If not, we'll just tighten it as tight as we can make it, I guess. I don't think you could strip it with a screwdriver, man. Okay, so I also got some kind of Loctite here. I hope this is the right stuff. It just says non-permanent locking agent. So you want to use a thread locking compound that is not permanent, like the red Loctite, I think, is the permanent stuff. That's like high temperature and all that stuff, and it won't come out at all. So you want to be able to take it out again. So that's what they're saying. So what we're gonna do is we're going to be very careful and not drop these into the engine. What we're going to do is put a lot of this stuff on here. Okay. And we got to work fast so it doesn't cure on us. But I want to slather it all over the plate and everything. Oop. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let's see, it's all purple. And we're going to go get our screwdriver right here. And we're going to go install it real quick without dropping it in the engine, hopefully. So I'm just going to hold it there, just press on it. Okay. And I think I need to back the camera up because it's in the way. There it is. Okay, one side I've engaged the threads a little bit. There we go. Hooray, we did not drop it. There is still some locking compound in there. I can feel it. It's kind of hard to get in there. So you want to make sure this thing is all... I think it's self-aligning because it has you know, those cutouts in there. I don't think this is coming out, man. It's kind of hard to get in there. I can feel a good amount of what's the word? Resistance. So it's still got some of the old locking compound in there. But just in case, we put a lot of extra. A lot of extra. Okay. Okay, just a little snug. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can torque it with this. If it doesn't work, we'll just use a screwdriver or whatever. Plus, it looks like it's the wrong bit. It's not the right size. Oh boy, the whole bike is moving. Gotta press it a whole lot. It's gonna strip it, dude. Oh, yeah, it won't bite onto that, dude. So this, if you don't remember, this is the bit that we used to use with the impact driver to remove the screw. This is like the perfect size for it, so hopefully we won't strip it with this. I do not want to strip those. And then I'm gonna go find a socket that fits this perfectly. Okay, and that would be an 8mm. We're gonna go get my torque wrench. It'll be super long now, which will make it a little easier actually. Okay, and then we're gonna try this again. Oh, dude, the bike wants to... Okay, there we go. It's not doing anything. Okay. Okay, just move just a tad. So that's about 50 inch-pounds right there. So it's not a lot. There we go. Camshaft installed. Okay. All right. Yeah, so the camshaft retainer is now installed.